Okay, so here's a quick video for the Corenexa Options. If you press the three bars at the top left of your screen, it'll bring you to here. The meetings and rooms are two things we're not going to cover, but basically conference meetings and Zoom type rooms. So that'll be covered on another video. The voicemail tab, you press that, it'll bring you to your voicemails. In this case, we have one message. You can press on that, listen to the message, pause, put it on speakerphone or Bluetooth, or delete the message. The next icon below that, you can call that user back by pressing that. And then the one below that, you can share the voicemail with any other application, email it to somebody, whatever you want. The Messages tab, you can start a chat with somebody. If there's existing chats that show up here, you can press the plus sign up the top right and find someone to chat with. Find somebody here. All right, there's nobody there. Let me type in A, see who I can find under A. Okay. So we'll pick a user, and then I could just chat with that person and send it that way. You can text. That's an optional feature for business texting outside the system, and that is outside this training. We'll cover that at a later time. Your recent calls was covered earlier with the phone Dialpad, but you can see any missed calls or all calls made. Your contacts, your corporate contacts, your favorite personal, or your local contacts that come from your phone are on there as well, so you can dial them directly from there if you like. The Dialpad takes you right back to the Dialpad that we know and love. Make calls out of here and send your company's number, not your personal cell phone. The virtual attendant is a feature we're not going to cover here, but that's more of an admin feature. Somebody would change that. So I'm going to let that go. The settings, there's lots of options in here for your inbound calling. You have seen this when you first set up the phone. You can make changes there. Inbound calling, I like to use do not accept inbound calls as opposed to do not disturb, because you can't see do not disturb on your phone, and inbound calling only affects the app. You can forward your phone as well, same thing, but you have to remember that it's been done through here. You can forward it to another extension, to a mailbox. All the mailboxes will show up in your system. An outside number, just key in the number you want to send it to correctly, unlike I did. And that's about it for that. Manage your notifications. It's just an app thing. Do you want to get notified by certain things in here? Maybe you want to modify it to your liking. Recent calls, I would leave that alone. I can explain that at a different time, but for most people that doesn't affect you. So, and if you want to keep the display active or not on an incoming call, you have an option for that. Your ringtones here, any ringtone you have downloaded, you can select for this application. The rooms thing, that's another thing we're not really going to get into today. You have a user guide. If it's not covered here, this is just a quick video to go over everything, but all the information in detail is in the user guide. Just pick your subject and scroll down to it and go into the user guide, or the frequently asked questions. It's more for like the install, and if you're having issues with something like your phone's not ringing at the same time, for instance. So that'll explain why that does that. And you can report a bug, or it tells you about the version you're on, and at the top right you can sign out of the app. That's it.